Hi, so in this video we're going to have a quick look at group compare. The group compare feature allows you to actually compare the group membership of two users and see where there's similarities or if they have the same group membership or different group memberships. So as usual, we'll start from the user search, and we're going to search for Casey, and what we'll do is that from the actual use with, we'll do compare groups, and we'll specify she's the left-hand user, and then we'll take this other Casey and we'll compare these two side by side. So we'll put this down as the right-hand user. Now, so that's populated the two DNs or usernames for the actual user objects, and we've got a couple of different ways we can actually do comparisons here, and also what details we actually compare. So we can compare against object SID, or we compare against name. Now, SID will give you a better resolution because it's actually the base name. So if you have things like SID history in place, then the name may not always be the same. So using object SID is a better method. We can actually also do a comparison on the memberships. We can do it directly against the group members of the user object, or we can actually use the token group attribute of the actual user, which what that actually does, it gives you a list of all of the actual members that user all the groups the user is a member of, including nested groups. So we'll use the token group at the moment, and then we'll do a side-by-side comparison and show the difference of those. And then we can do SID resolution, so we can do native, or we can do absolute, or none. So relative is basically it will just do as it appears in the Active Directory. So SID history will also take into account here and may give you a different name than you're expecting because of SID history. Or you can actually use absolute. In absolute, what it will do is it will look at the actual domain of the SID and actually resolve that first, and then resolve the SID in terms of its relative identifier to actually get the proper and the true name from the actual source domain, not a reflection of what the actual SID history will give you for. Or you can do none, and that will basically just show you the SIDs for the actual user. And we've got to check for SID history, so this will go through and it'll tell you whether SID history is actually being used to actually deliver that resolution. So if we go and just click go, so as we can see here is that they're both member of users, domain users, and that's the only ones they have, which are the same. Now, if you actually done a comparison against the group memberships, because this is directly off the group membership for the user, it doesn't take into account nested groups or the primary group ID, whereas the token ID, the token group method it actually pulls those back, and you actually get those as part of that resolution. So if we actually do none here, you can actually see this comes back and gives you the actual SIDs for the user for those groups. So that was a quick tour of group compare.